is this? Where am I? Why is it called Joshua Tree National Park? Well, because of Joshua trees. Colorado Desert. The subregion of the vast Sonoran Desert is a sand and rock desert of broad plains interrupted by mountains of indigenous rock. Cholla Cactus Garden. I hope I pronounce it correctly. This is this unique cactus. It's shedding the spikes when you get too close, and I think it's endemic here, and people stop here to take a walk, and it's really an interesting site. One-way trail access for social distancing. Okay, so once you get in, you have to continue, and it has little flowers, I see. And quite a few people stopped here to take a walk and take pictures, and it's kind of quite interesting how big this Cholla garden is. Just look. Wow, it's blooming really nicely. It's a little bit like a maze. Which way to go? Left or right? When in doubt, turn to the right. It is kind of pretty large area, and you can walk around no problem at all. And down there is the valley, and I think we are kind of on the border between two deserts, Colorado Desert and Mojave Desert. Quite a lot of people stop here to see it. And you can even camp here. $15 per campsite per night. Maximum occupancy per site, 2 vehicles, 3 tents, 6 people. But it's an interesting place to stay overnight in the shadows of this huge rock. And of course, these are Joshua trees. And this is Mojave Desert already, a little bit higher than Colorado Desert and drier and hotter. And occasionally you can find these awesome huge rocks. And it's pretty huge. Split Rock Loop Trail, 2 miles. A small parking lot. Ah, this looks like a tiny squirrel. Will he let me get closer? No. He's smart. And the boulders are really beautiful, especially against the background of the skies. Wow, it's windy and a nice view. Oh my. People like this area. I mean, there is quite a few people here. Not that it's crowded, but I would say 30 people, which I would say is quite a lot for this. And here is a nicely split rock, kind of looks like a beak of a giant. Well, if you want to have a picnic, here is a table with a nice background. And the people do come, and squirrels. You move a little bit and the rocks look different. Another fantastic shape. And let's go back and let's continue. There are more things to see here. Interesting shapes. And even though we are in a desert, a lot of things can survive and thrive on just a little water. A little walk towards the Skull Rock. The structure of the rock is very interesting. It looks like many small pieces pressed together. I don't think it's not a sandstone. It's not lava. No idea what it is, but it looks interesting regardless. People taking selfies. And here is a line in front of the Skull Rock. Windy, but perfect for hiking. It's not so hot. End of April, so the weather is still very, very agreeable. Fight for the Skull Rock. I think I'll give up. Yeah, in the line there. It's so popular, the Skull Rock, that the people park alongside the road. The parking lot's full, but there are more things than just the Skull Rock. Beautiful rock formations everywhere. Okay, California, Texas, Arizona. And why were those trees named after Joshua? Well, when in the 19th century Mormons traveled from the east of the United States looking for a new home in the west, they traveled through this area and they basically realized that the trees resembled Joshua with his hands going upwards, calling God or praying to God. So they named them Joshua trees. The funny part is that those are not trees. They are part of, I think, Yucca family. They are basically a cactus family. So on one hand, Joshua tree is not a tree, but they still call it tree of the desert. And they are all very iconic, and people come here to see them because they are growing just in this region, Mojave Desert in Joshua National Park. There is even a famous song or two about Joshua trees. One that comes to my mind is Joshua Tree, I think it was named by U2. Squirrels live in those holes. So the Joshua tree is not a tree. That's what we have established. It's a cactus, and they call it a tree of a desert. Let's have a look, close look. Doesn't look like a typical cactus that you may have at home, but it is what it is. It's not a tree, only a tree of the desert, not a real biological tree. Skull Rock Nature Trail. Yeah, there is quite a few trails, some of them shorter than the others, some of them extremely short, but all of them very enjoyable. And of course there are campgrounds for people who want to stay overnight close to nature. Must be awesome at night, no lights, just the sky. Anywhere you look, the view is very different. Those rocks are very unique in my eyes and probably in the eyes of many visitors. People like to hike close to them, and it's no surprise. The view changes every step you take. And what's nice about it is that it's not really overpopulated. Of course it looks at times like there is too many people because you have parking lots the size of your living room or something like that. I saw parking lot for 4 cars, so of course that gets filled very easily, very fast. I think park people are replanting some native plants and bushes. There's quite a lot of those around.